Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I got the burps. Today is April the 9th, 2024. We're going to be talking about Monday Night Raw Aftermath WrestleMania. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we did get some returns. We got some NXT debuts. It wasn't a big thing, but they did talk about the draft. And they just announced it, ladies and gentlemen. It will be on April 26th and April 29th. So it will be on a Friday Night SmackDown first. And then the last draft picks will be on Monday Night Raw. I'm hoping they don't do the free agent stuff. I'm hoping. But ladies and gentlemen, we got some celebrations for Cody Rhodes and the Judgment Day because Damian Priest win the World Heavyweight Championship, not retain, and Rhea Ripley retain her championship. Speaking of Judgment Day, ladies and gentlemen, they were doing their celebration. They talk about when Rhea Ripley beat Becky Lynch. I don't know if she actually beat her because she was sick. Becky Lynch was sick. She had like a fever when she was doing the match, so she could be a little weakened during that match. So I don't know if she actually beat her when she's 100%. So I'm hoping we get that rematch between Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch when she's 100%. We haven't seen her on Raw. I think it's because she's sick. So I know those days being sick. I don't like those days. But and then they called out Damian Priest, and Damian Priest has some words to talk about the World Heavyweight Championship. And then, ladies and gentlemen, when they all rise with their championships. Well, 2 titles. No, JD, Finn Balor, and Dominic did not have championships. But when Rhea and Damian rise their championships, there's our true. Rising the Raw Tag Team Championships, he thinks he's part of the Judgment Day. He says he won the tag titles for the Judgment Day, but he is one half of the Tag Team Champions. The Miz comes out. He says, I don't want to be in the Judgment Day. He said to R-Truth, you don't want to be in there. And then all that stuff. And then Finn Balor says, how about you guys defend the Tag Team Championships? But R-Truth says we can't do that because there's 3 of us. But Miz is a little confused because there was only 2 of them. He says it will be the Judgment Day, JD, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio versus R-Truth, Miz, and somebody that we can't see. And then they got attacked by the Judgment Day, and it was official. It was supposed to be a 6-man tag team match, turns into a handicap match. I will tell you guys who is their partner when we get there. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a 1-hour commercial free for this long segment. Jesus. I thought Jacob Fatu will come in because he did sign with WWE, and I thought he will be the next challenger. I don't think he will be the next challenger, but I'm hoping that he makes his debut sometime, maybe SmackDown, because that's where the bloodline is. I don't know Roman Reigns will be there, but it sounds like Jimmy Uso's still there, Solo's still there, and all that stuff. So, ladies and gentlemen, we had Triple H coming out, welcoming everybody to Monday Night Raw, and talk about WrestleMania, how great it was. It was a good WrestleMania. Not bad for Triple H's first WrestleMania, solo WrestleMania by himself. And he doesn't have to worry about Vince McMahon ruining things. This was all Triple H. Because Nick Khan is actually going to let him do what he needs to do and make matches, stories, his actual job. Not like Vince McMahon says, oh, you have to tell me everything you need, everything. Tell me everything that you're going to do. Triple H is actually going to do his job. And that's what he did at WrestleMania. He did his job. And then he calls out the new, undisputed WWE Champion, a Universal Champion. They didn't change the name. I wish they did. Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes had his entrance. He came out, and ladies and gentlemen, Triple H says before he leaves, he made something for Cody Rhodes. They didn't have the Titantron because I guess they want make more room for people to get into the arena because nobody's gonna buy seats behind the Titantron. That's kind of stupid. Whoever spent money to sit behind the Titantron. So it's the same thing that same arena, same staging, looking. I think they should keep it, but it was like SmackDown before WrestleMania. So that's what it looked like. So they had these little monitors outside the ring, these TV monitors for the fans to watch this video package that Triple H had for Cody Rhodes. They showed Cody Rhodes his old gimmicks that he was in WWE, and even when he was not part of WWE. They show him in his independent wrestling. Even when he was in Impact Wrestling, I saw the turnbuckle pose, and it looked like the Impact a long time ago when it was blue and green, something like that. And he made his debut there. So yeah, they showed everything. And if you guys didn't see the video package for WrestleMania, Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns package, they showed the Young Bucks. They shown Kenny Omega and Chris Jericho in that video package. If you guys didn't see that. So I'm surprised they actually did this because CM Punk talked trash to AEW. AEW is doing the same thing. They're trying to one-up them, trying to say, we're better. We're not like what CM Punk said. So all that stuff. I'm surprised they actually showed the Young Bucks. They actually showed Kenny Omega. This is the first time I've ever seen Kenny Omega on a WWE show. So that's going to be interesting. But ladies and gentlemen, I don't think Kenny Omega is coming to WWE or Young Bucks. They still are at AEW. Speaking of AEW, one guy is a free agent. His name is Matt Hardy. I'm hoping that he doesn't come to WWE. I hope. The guy needs to retire, man. Like, seriously. He didn't do much in AEW because him and Jeb they're like fragile people now. They can't do what they did back then because they're fragile. You don't see a lot of old school guys in the WWE trying to wrestle. But you see in AEW, there's a lot of people. But they actually could still wrestle. Like Dustin Rhodes. I think that's the only old... And Billy Gunn. But you don't see them trying to jump off ladders or trying to do crazy spots. They're doing their normal routine. Jeff Hardy, he's the daredevil, right? So that's what makes him get more injured. Matt Hardy doesn't get injured because he doesn't do the daredevil things, but Jeff Hardy is more fragile now. And he can't do those jumping off the ladders. So I'm hoping that they don't come to WWE. If they do, I won't be really excited. Because what can Triple H do for them? Triple H is trying to push younger talents or people that never won a championship for a long time, like Cody Rhodes. He never won a world championship, but he won titles in WWE. He won tag titles, but he never won the world title. It's been a while we've seen Bayley win a championship. This is the first time ever Damian Priest wins a world title. Triple H is trying to push people and give us a new era. And having the Hardy Boys, that's not a new era, giving them a championship belt. Like a tag team titles. That's not going to help. I understand that R-Truth been here for years. Miz been here for years. But this was for R-Truth mostly. Not for the Miz, for R-Truth to have his first ever win at WrestleMania. That's what it was for, and people want R-Truth to get pushed. They want him to get a title opportunity. Get a title championship push. And that's what Triple H gave us. Gave him a real championship push. Because the United States title that he beat Shinsuke for, it kind of got messed up and got botched because the pin, and R-Truth didn't know he won. And the 24/7 title, it did not feel like a championship win. It just feels like a comedy act that Vince McMahon likes. So I'm happy that R-Truth wins at WrestleMania. He's getting a championship push. It doesn't have to be a singles championship. He's getting pushed with The Miz. That's awesome for him. So ladies and gentlemen, with Cody Rhodes came out and he watched this package that Triple H had, and he was crying about it because it's all about him and his story. Remember, his story is about how he got here in WWE first time, how he got in here, and how he left because he was Stardust, and how he was growing through the independent wrestling. And then he made his own wrestling business, AEW, and then he left there, and then he came back to WWE to win the big one, and that's the WWE Championship. And that's what he did. But he couldn't do it last year. He lost last year, and he wins this year. That's why he was crying, because it's his story. His life, his career story of being in the WWE, or his wrestling career. But that's why he was crying, and ladies and gentlemen, and then Cody Rhodes hugged Triple H. He says thank you, and then Cody Rhodes starts talking about his win at WrestleMania and all that stuff. He's happy that he's the champion, and then he gets interrupted by The Rock. We had an awkward moment because The Rock wants to hold Cody Rhodes' championship. Cody Rhodes says, I will let you hold my title if you let me hold your title, the People's Champion title. So they switch championships, they hold it. The Rock put this one on his shoulders saying this one feels right, the WWE title, and looks like The Rock wants the championship. But the problem is, The Rock has to leave for some time. He has to leave. But he says when he comes back, he said to Cody, when he comes back, it doesn't matter if you're the champion or not. He's coming for Cody. And he says, your story with Roman is over, but our story has begun. And he says he has something for Cody Rhodes. He puts something in Cody's hand. Cody didn't open his hand. We didn't know what it was. He says, you know what this thing is without looking. So Cody didn't look. He put it in his pocket. Even the interviewers did not even ask about what's in his pocket. That was the last time we seen Cody Rhodes on TV. After this whole long segment. Jesus. So many. Well, ladies and gentlemen, first match of the evening, we got Shinsuke Nakamura in a match against the NXT champion, Dragunov. Why? I don't know, but ladies and gentlemen, he made his debut, and we heard that he is part of the draft. We had the general managers in one office when they were talking to Andrade, because Dominic wants a match with Andrade because he betrayed him on SmackDown. He beat him at WrestleMania, and that's what we're going to have next week. Andrade versus Dominic Mysterio. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ava kind of surprised me here. She said something that anyone can get drafted to NXT. So, anyone can get drafted to NXT? Are they part of this thing that, like, Akira Tozawa could go to NXT? It's not just like, oh, you could get drafted to Raw, you could get drafted to SmackDown, and NXT guys just get drafted to Raw and SmackDown, and NXT gets absolutely nothing. So does that mean the NXT could get some guys as well? Like ECW did back then? I hope so. I think some of these guys should go back to NXT. Natalya should go back. Akira Tozawa, maybe Alpha Academy, not Chad Gable, but maybe Otis, maybe Akira Tozawa, Maxine Dupree. I could see some people going back to NXT and do some great things there. I don't know. And go to Stand and Deliver. Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, we have the match between Shinsuke and Dragunov. I thought it was an okay match. It was pretty decent. I like Dragunov. The guy's, he's a psycho. He's a psycho, and I like the guy. He's psycho, and oh my god. Like, he has great matches. He has great matches. His match between Tony D'Angelo was a great match. He's having great matches. The guy is great. I haven't seen him when he first came in because he was in NXT UK. I don't watch it a lot back then, and now he came to NXT. The guy is freaking nuts. And I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I like it. Why do I like it? I don't know. The guy is good. He's just good. I would love to see the guy in the main roster. I'm hoping that he loses the NXT title before he comes to main roster. Because just like Braun Breaker, he doesn't bring his tag team titles when he's on SmackDown, and it's kind of weird having an NXT champion on SmackDown and he's defending the title on NXT. He should be on SmackDown because he signed with SmackDown. He's done with NXT. So, I'm hoping they lose the titles when the draft happens and when they actually get drafted to SmackDown, like Braun Breaker gets drafted to main roster, actually get drafted to the main roster, because they say he signed, but he's doing NXT stuff. But maybe the draft will make it official that he's in the main roster. But the winner of that match was Dragunov. Dragunov beat Shinsuke Nakamura. Congrats for Dragunov. What's going to happen to him on tomorrow night for NXT? I have no idea. Then we had Awesome Truth, The Miz, and R-Truth. They were in handicap for like half of the match against the Judgment Day. They were getting destroyed until they got the third person in their match. And their tag team partner was John Cena. Cena was the tag team partner, somebody that we can't see. And he came. This is the second time we've seen John Cena. He was at WrestleMania. Now he's on Monday Night Raw. I think this is the last time we see him until the next time he makes his return. But ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty cool. Cena was in a match with Miz and R-Truth. He had a rivalry with Miz, and now he's friends with Miz. We have a triple 5-stump knuckle and a triple attitude adjustments. And 1, 2, 3, John Cena and Awesome Truth gets the win. But we got Indy Hartwell versus the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez. Remember when Roxanne had to vacate her title because she collapsed when she faced Miko, and she had to vacate the title. And Indy Hartwell won that title last year as Stand and Deliver. Now they're going to face each other. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Roxanne Perez because Indy Hartwell got distracted by Candice LeRae. Because Candice keep on telling Indy Hartwell, you have to cheat. Because that's what I do and I win. Well, she won one match in a tag team match and they lost another tag team match to Ivy Nile and Maxine Dupri. So your cheating way's not really working very much. Ladies and gentlemen, and then next match we got Sami Zayn was celebrating his win at WrestleMania because he's the new Intercontinental Champion. And then he got interrupted by the Imperium. No Gunther, but Ludwig Kaiser and Giovanni Vicini, they're not happy that Sami is holding that championship, so they're going to change it. They surrounded Sami Zayn until Chad Gable came out to save him. And then we have a tag team match, Sami Zayn and Chad Gable versus the Imperium. It was a pretty okay tag team match for both of these teams. It was pretty okay, but the winner of that match was Sami Zayn and Chad Gable after Sami Zayn, he was about to win it. He was about to do a hula kick, but he told Chad Gable, you could get the pin. He tags Chad Gable in, hula kick, and then a German suplex. And Chad Gable gets the win. And Sami Zayn talked to Chad Gable in backstage. He says, I let you get the win, so that's my favor to you. Because I guess Chad Gable told Sami Zayn you owe him one because he helped him to beat Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. So he says you owe me one. And Sami says, I know what you want. You want the Intercontinental Championship. He says, you deserve this title. I will be honored to defend my title next week in my hometown in Montreal. And Chad Gable accepted the match. Then we had Chelsea Green. She was demanding to have a match because she wasn't part of WrestleMania. And she has a surprise opponent. And that surprise opponent is Jade Cargill. She came out and she just beats Chelsea Green in seconds. Then we had our main event, Fatal 4-Way match. I thought it was an elimination match because Samantha Irwin said it's an elimination match. But it's not. And it's a No More Contenders match to face Damian Priest for the World Heavyweight Championship. I thought Ricochet will win this because he's been having a little feud with the Judgment Day with Dominic and JD. I guess that ended? I don't know. I thought he was going to face all the Judgment Day. I guess not. It was a pretty decent match. We got a table spot. Everything was pretty good. But the winner of that match and heading to a World Heavyweight Championship match is Jey Uso, because Drew McIntyre was about to win the match, Claymore the skull out of Mr. Jey Uso, until CM Punk got involved and grabbed the foot of Mr. Drew McIntyre and cost him the match. So I'm guessing that we have CM Punk will be facing Drew McIntyre. Is CM Punk injured? He still didn't have that brace on him on his arm. He's not wearing his suits. He's actually doing wrestling thing stuff, and now is he actually injured or he's not injured? I don't know. I think he faked it. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below. That's people in my hallway, I'm sorry. But ladies and gentlemen, that's all for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. Bye-bye. Ciao.